back to week 5 of the Rainbow Pitch League. I'm Kiki, and I'm here with Elaine once again. And here we have Ashley on Bravo versus Elly on Briar.
I am excited about this matchup. It's a matchup I've played a lot from the Briar side, but all right, we are getting started right away.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley going ahead and making a seismic surge.
It looks like a custom altar token as well. And here we have an Anathos 4-6 with 2 resources floating. It's the kind of play pattern we're going to see a lot in this game, potentially, representing that pummel. I believe is something Ashley really enjoys doing. And we're getting a block for 5. Was that an Exude Confidence underneath there?
It was an exude confidence. Yep.
Okay, I guess that was an Athos for 4. I didn't quite catch what was in the pitch down there, but life totals didn't change.
Right. Oh.
Now, we're starting this game off with a Sonata with no additional resources put into it. We're just flipping 3 cards off the top of the deck.
All right, so it is success. I'm probably going to grab that Swarming Gloomveil if I had to guess. Yeah.
They fill a kind of similar role, that and the Lightning...
The Lightning Surge.
Lightning Surge, yeah. And this
right.
turn,
Right.
0 cost 4 is a go again.
Lightning Surge has go again and play from Arsenal.
Yeah.
Swarming has go again if you make an aura, which you do a lot as she's running grass. So if you have a blue, you can pitch and make a rune chant, come in. It looks like Ashley did take the 1 arcane off of that also. And then you've already played a non-attack. You're in a pretty good position to make an embodiment of lightning. Give something else go again, then come in with that swarming. Possibly get some damage through with whatever you play first and make an embodiment of earth, and your swarming's coming in for 4 go again. Come on.
I am not a Rune Blade player. I'm so glad I got you here with me. No, that's great. Okay, so Elly's looking at 4 cards on hand. We've triggered half of that embodiment of lightning.
We did just get a late tunic tick up from Elly, but this is a casual casual event, and I am Ashley approved it, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Ravenous Rabble. I missed the reveal.
I don't know if the reveal's happened yet. No, it has. I also missed the reveal. Wait, no, she hasn't revealed yet. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
But it looked like a consuming volition. This Ravenous Rebel's coming in for 4, actually choosing not to block. I feel like there's multiple ways you can tackle this as the Guardian player. You can potentially try to be a little bit more defensive and then try to get in with the Anathos as your kind of main weapon. But in this case, I actually might just be looking forward or looking to just getting in with these big crush effects. Yep. We did get a hit. We do have that embodiment of Earth, which does now trigger the Swarming Gloomveil, as we talked about before. 3 damage with go again. We're getting another hit. Won't trigger anything. But here's a Rosetta Thorn for 2 and 2.
And then we'll probably just get an Arsenal after this. But I'm assuming that I feel like Ashley is inclined to take this. She's already taken enough damage here. Haven't pitched, for any of the other arcanes, so
we have a full 5-card hand here. We have the Seismic Surge token. Are we going to see some Bravo activations for Dominate? Are we going to see a big Crippling Crush? Who knows? But this turn suggests that it's going to be big, keeping all the cards in hand. There's a blue pitch there, making another Seismic Surge token, just kind of crossing your T's and dotting your I's, making sure you make everything nice and clean.
Classic Bravo player, yup. Surge pops, create a surge. All right.
And that's a choke slam over there. And choke slam. They're using dice, thankfully, to make it a lot clearer for us, which is fantastic.
With the damn.
Yeah. So it's a choke slam blue, but Ashley saw his cards in hand, was willing to take damage. Surely we're going to see a pummel here, just to enable that crush.
The crush effect here is attack action cards can't gain attack value during next activation. Just for anyone who might not know, which is pretty effective against Briar with the Channel Mount Heroics. That can be very devastating. I've had my fair share of turns where I have the Channel Mount in hand and just that choke slam comes in, and you're like, that is the one thing I didn't want to see.
So Elly was pretty content to just kind of block out, reduce as much of that damage as possible, knowing that it's going to be a struggle to get any sort of damage bonuses this turn. But she does still have this lightning surge with Go Again.
She must have already had a lightning surge in her hand, in her
Mm-hmm.
opening hand.
She already had an Arsenal play. She was ready to get that Swarming Gloom Veil.
Right? She knew she couldn't get both of them in Arsenal. There was no point.
No, there's no New Horizons in this matchup.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I feel if any other class had New Horizons, it would be so wrong. And here we have a Snatch for 4
All
with
right.
a card pitch. No, that's a embodiment token.
That was an embodiment. Yep. Embodiment of Earth Demon. All right. Full black here with the equipment. We are going to see the crown. That Arsenal was just not good enough.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps Ashley's looking for another blue. Perhaps Ashley's looking for another pummel. Like I said, she really loves her pummels. Um,
Oh, Ashley does love her pummels, but I think they've done her some good. And there's even with if you can just get the Discord card effect,
mm-hmm.
it's not always about the damage with like blue pummels and stuff. It can be really good against Briar because they just go so wide.
Yeah, you just need to disrupt them in some sort of way. If you're just playing vanilla damage to Briar, she's probably not going to care knowing that she can put more damage back. But this is not vanilla damage. This is a Tear Asunder. This is giving +1 to the next Guardian attack, but in addition, it's also giving it Dominate, and also it's giving it an on-hit, your opponent discards 2 cards. And crucially, this also works with the hammer. So there we go. Here's 7 with an on-hit and Dominate. We do have an Earth Embodiment, so if it's a non-attack action that's being blocked here, it's going to get +1, and we do still have quite a bit of equipment on Elly's side. 2 on the Grasp of the Arknight, 2 on the Crown. If she doesn't want this to hit, she can stop this from hitting. She doesn't mind it hitting, it looks like. She's defending for 2.
Now remind me, Kiki, that Terra Sunder, the discard effect, is that random or can the opponent choose?
No, this one's by choice.
Okay, there
So
we
as
go.
you can
So
see,
we got
she's chosen to discard an E-Strike and something else.
an E-Strike and something
Command and
else.
Conquer.
It kind of looked like a Command and Conquer. I guess we might never know.
There was a very small sliver on the top that I could see. It was a red card. It looked generic, but who knows? Not us.
It could have been. It could have been a Ravenous.
It could have been Ravenous for sure.
Could have been a. It looked like it was another Sonata for 0.
Well, when you have to discard cards, you can always try to get more cards to kind of get your card parity back. There's a non-attack, another non-attack,
And
and a
another
third
non-attack.
non-attack.
A whiff. All right. So
Eh.
no arcane coming through.
Mm-hmm.
She could still have like a basic attack. You're not gonna want to pitch to Rosetta because you're not gonna get the 2 and 2. You'll just get 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I would, unless she has something like, I don't know. Nope. It looks like we're getting an Arsenal and drop and pass.
And if you're Ashley, you have to be so happy to see that.
Oh yeah.
You got no damage returned back onto you. You get to keep full 5 cards. And all Elly did was Arsenal. There's no Earth Embodiment token as well, so it's going to be a little bit harder to defend the next attack. Right now, it feels like it's in Ashley's favor, despite the life total difference.
Right. I do wonder what is in that arsenal, right? Because if it was any attack with natural go again, she could have played it out and used Tunic and then come in with Rosetta for the 2 and 2. And so maybe a little bit of information to Ashley there. The fact that she chose not to do that and just go ahead and arsenal that card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a really good point. And like you said, we can infer it's not a go again attack, but it was also a card worth keeping over E-Strike and whatever the other card was.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a Channel Mount Heroic. Trying to think of cards that could be worth. But here
the only one we've
Oh yeah?
the only one we've seen was the one that was just revealed off the top, which was then had to be shuffled back into your hand. So you would assume it's not coming next turn.
Yeah. And here it looks like we have a red buckling blow. I can't quite tell what the dice says. And we have the pummel once again. We have Ashley play. This is going to get the crush effect on the bucking blow to put a -1 counter on one of the equipments.
All right, so we have a Autumn's Touch here. The discards here actually doing, I think, the best that she really can,
hmm
to be as disruptive as possible,
hmm
pushing through damage, getting discards not only from the two pummels that we've seen, but from the Terrace Under too.
Yeah, definitely. And Bravo really kind of excels at that now. Has so many options to be disruptive. The new Bravo specialization, especially, kind of scaring me. And here we see the third
The
Sonata.
third Sonata. Let's see. All right. Okay, Scar for Scar.
And there's the Channel Mount
Um,
Heroic there, revealed once again. We're getting that Scar for Scar, and crucially, she took enough damage to go below. And even with that 1 point of arcane damage, she's still 1 point lower.
Yeah, funny how that kind of worked out in her favor there. But this is the second Channel Mount Heroic we have seen shuffled back into the deck when it could have been drawn up in her next hand with some. I believe that was. I mean, she just discarded a Blue Autumn Touch. I think that other card that she drew on the Sonata was a Break Ground, which is an Earth card too.
hmm
Oh, but
Oh, and
there's
there
the
is that
CMH
Channel Mount Heroic.
anyway.
Oh, this Scar for
Now,
Scar is coming for 7 with go again now? Oh, might not even Scar
and
for Scar. She has the lightning
you do get,
embodiment.
yep, you get the embodiment of, oh, it coax a commotion. Okay.
7
Oh my
damage
gosh.
with 0 to 3 on hits.
My toxic trait is that I hate blocking a coax a commotion. I'm always like, oh, but it sounds so fun if I just let it hit, you know?
I have to admit, I have had some coaxes where I've played them, seen what my opponent's chosen to block with, and just gone, no modes.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I've done that too as a Briar play. I'm like, nope, 7 damage was good enough, no modes.
But here we have a block for 7, or maybe even 8. I can't quite tell. No, it's 7, sorry. There's a counter
So
on that Crater Fist. But that's enough to stop this coax commotion from hitting. So we're not going to get this fun minigame this turn.
you're not really worried about like Briar having attack reactions too. So blocking just at the face values is pretty safe. I did
hmm
not see if Ashley chose to use the sync effect. Did you?
I didn't catch it, but I don't think she did.
So
And here we have that. It looks like Ashley was just asking what card was in Ellie's hand, just to reconfirm that it was in fact the Scar for a Scar that is still alive.
yep, she did see that get picked up. So it
Mm,
is interesting. It's like it's even maybe double enticing to take a little bit of damage from the coax a commotion. But we don't
hmm
see the scar for scar.
Looks like Ellie wants to keep that Scar for the Scar, potentially for the next turn to try to get more attacks in. Worst case scenario, she does have those Snapdragon Scalers to turn on the go again if the Scar for Scar doesn't. But I think she really wants to make the most of a Channel Mount Heroic turn next turn.
Ashley did manage to keep 3 cards in hand here. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, without the Seismic Surge token, we're not going to expect to see any sort of crippling crushes here or anything, at least not being used to attack with. Ellie might feel like this is kind of a safe point to not apply more pressure because of that fact. Oh, we see a Rouse the Ancients, a 1 card Rouse. This is 7 damage.
I'm probably taking it though, honestly, as a Briar player, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
Ellie. I can be a little bit toxic with how much damage I take, but nope, looks like looks like Ellie and I are on the same page. She's gonna go ahead and take that damage also, and
Mm-hmm.
then
Well, there's no on hit, right? And you also know you have that Scar for a Scar in
right.
Arsenal.
And channel mount is still up,
Mm-hmm.
so easily, I mean, 1 card right now of hers is coming in for 7 damage.
Mm-hmm. Ellie's gonna play a Rouse the Ancients herself. It's just gonna be in the form of a Scar for Scar.
Taking
But
a
7
lot of
damage to go
damage
again.
here
Mm-hmm. Taking a lot of damage, but we have 5 cards coming back. This game's.
with a CMH up.
Mm-hmm.
10 point life lead, but I mean, you're still pretty feeling comfortable about your position if you're Ellie. Um, assuming she has Tome of Harvest. So this is going to be put that Scarfish card at the bottom of her deck, and she's going to draw 3 brand new cards. And also, you're halfway to an embodiment of lightning here playing that non-attack.
Hmm. I was so excited for that Scar for a Scar play that I forgot about the idea of
A
maybe not using Scar for a Scar.
Fuse Bramble Spark. So you're going to get the embodiment of lightning, and your next attack's going to be coming in for 1 arcane and +1, I believe.
If that's a blue
Or
one, yeah, that'll be +1. Oh. Do they ever play red ones?
yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. I can't tell. I can't even see the top of it.
Okay, well, it looks like Ellie pointed 3 times to the nimbleism she's just played and once to the Bramble Spike. So I assume this is +4. So this is just, a cheeky 11 damage on this Exude Confidence. She's really exuding confidence on this one.
Really exuding confidence. Exude confidence is also a card that I really like to have when Channel Mount Heroic is on one counter, because sometimes if you have if you have an earth in hand and you can't really it's the problem with Briar. Sometimes it's hard to pitch cards to keep Channel Mount around because all your cards are 0 cost, but that Exude allows you to pitch, oh my gosh, this block here.
That was a lot of confidence exuded, and that's the entire hand, I think. 4 cards plus the
Yes.
equipment, make sure there's no on hit. This does have go again already, and there's a lot of cards in hand. And you were saying this is a good way to pitch cards, but also Ellie just has full control to do whatever she wants here at this point. That's a Swarming Gloomveil for 6, I want to say.
So it would be for 7 because she has made 2 auras this turn, that
Oh, okay.
embodiment of earth and that embodiment.
Oh, of
I'm
course.
not sure if the exude did any physical, but that bramble does count for that. Arcane off the bramble does count towards your embodiment.
Yes, of course. So here we're seeing a 2/2 and 1 with the Grasp and the Rosetta Thorn. And Grasp as well doing a good job of just putting another card in the pitch zone to keep this Channel Mount Heroic alive for 1 more turn. And just like that, the life total lead is back in Ellie's favor. There's a 4 life point difference, and neither player has an arsenal. Ashley's not going to be able to do anything in her turn, just has to draw up.
She did manage to keep Channel Mount around also.
Yeah.
Yep.
That Grasp being crucial there, just get 1 point of damage in, but we're starting this turn with a Premeditate?
A premeditate, that's really interesting. That's definitely a premeditate, yeah.
Okay.
Into another.
So here we have this Exude Confidence, and now we get another kind of mini game with Exude Confidence. Like, how much damage can you afford to block here? Does Ellie have more blues here? We did see Ellie discard a blue to the pummel the turn prior before the Channel Mount Heroic, and pitch a fair 2, I think, in the previous turn. But we're just giving this a go again.
A premeditate's a really interesting play. It wasn't from Arsenal, right? So it didn't give the +3 buff, but it just has the on hit of create a ponder token.
Yeah. It looks like it's just to turn on the Rosetta Thorn here more than anything.
Right. Yeah, to turn on the 2 and 2.
Mm-hmm. And this is lethal. Ashley is only on 4. So this was a pretty red heavy hand here, but we're seeing a block with Command and Conquer. It looks like we didn't get any Arcane Barrier here. So it looks like 2 damage is
Yeah,
going to leak through.
she's running no room boots. Um,
Alright.
so
It
she
was just
does
a
pitch. Yeah.
bit of off sequencing. Normally the Arcane damage is prevented before
Arcane damage is
yeah.
prevented, yeah.
But
No.
the players understood. They're probably talking through it, just probably catching up with the physical cards themselves. So we see Ashley lose 1 life going to 3. And once again, with no cards in hand, all this split damage is forcing these awkward blocks being inefficient. And Ellie now gets a 5-card hand to come back at this turn with a 6 point lead. No more Channel Mount Heroic. That was a mouthful to say.
What?
It looks like some sort of fuse card. Oh, it's Force of Nature.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
wonderful.
So it's
Force of
going to give
nature.
+1.
And then Yep. So Forces of Nature gives +1, and then has the on hit to draw card, and then you're gonna play out that Earthlore Surge that you fused it with. It looks like I'm not sure what color that Earthlore Surge is, but it could be up to +4 damage here.
It looked like a red, I think. But this is Command and Conquer. This is massive. So this is going to be for if that's red, then that's 12 damage.
Yep, 12 damage here with the on hit to draw a card.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this does have go again, and you still have Tunic up to come in with 2 and 2 after this. I mean, this is a pretty crazy turn.
This could potentially be the end of the game at this point. There's no equipment blocks left on Ashley's side. If this is coming for 12, that's every card in Ashley's hand. If she can even block with every card in hand. If she has some of those reactions in there, this could just be the game. There's a 3-card block. Maybe that was a blue Earth or Surge. It
Yeah,
had to
3
be a
card
blue.
block, and then yeah, taking
No,
2.
took 2
So
damage and sink below. But
yep,
there's okay damage.
yep,
That's the
that's
game.
game.
Thank you
That's
everyone for
game.
joining us for week 5 of the Rainbow Pitch League, and we'll see you again for week 6.
Week 6, yes, our final week. I think this was well played on both players' end.
Mm, mm.